What's up, everybody? Cody Monkey back, and today, excuse the noise, we're just kind of outside real quick. We are actually going to be teaching you guys how to do an epoxy logo. So, see it all the time on YouTube. You guys are looking to see how you can embed a logo into an epoxy. So I just have a wood bench here that I'm actually working on for my workshop. I did a full broadcast into epoxy, so I'm going to kind of show you very, very fast forward on scraping the chips, getting the excess, cleaning it all up. But more importantly, we're going to be talking about putting the logos in. We'll do a separate video on that later. But 2 top coats is pretty much what we're going to be doing. So you're going to see me kind of scraping this, cleaning this all up, putting a clear coat down of epoxy, and then getting the logos down. So there's a trick and tips to the logos. So we'll go through that as we go. So stay tuned. We're going to clean this up, and then we'll get to putting the clear down, and then the logos. Stay tuned. Alright, so we're going to talk about another video coming up later, but for now we have it scraped, vacuumed off, cleaned up. So this isn't like doing a flood coat on a river table or something like that. I actually want an orange peel finish. So when I go ahead and put my clear on, I actually want to feel some of the texture of the chip. So for today, I'm actually going to be doing 2 coats of polyaspartic. Polyaspartic is 100% UV stable, so as it sits out in the sunlight or anything like that, never UV having problems yellow fading, staining, or anything like that. So actually a lot more durable and more consistent than epoxy. So, but if you've never worked with polyaspartic, you need to move fast. Big learning curve compared to epoxy. So I'm going to get all my tools ready to go, get my polyaspartic mixed up, and then I'll kind of show you guys how to roll it out so it's nice and even. We let that cure up, then we get to putting the logos down. Alright, now we're getting ready to mix up the polyaspartic. Most important thing, if you've never worked with polyaspartics before, have everything ready to go before you mix. So, if you have any questions about polyaspartics, let me know. I've been installing them and manufacturing them for about 15 years now, so I kind of understand the way they operate, the way they work, and of course long-term durability and all the benefits of them. So, 3/8 inch high quality nap roller, gloves, bucket. Of course, got my product back here. Ooh, little sneak peek of a cherry table with some metallic red inlay into it. Ooh, that video will be coming soon. But back to this. Mix up a nice thin layer and let it cure, and then we're going to get to putting the logos down. Alright, so remember, when you pour out your ribbons, go thin at first, okay? Polyaspartics are made to be designed to be applied thin, okay? So, we always say a thin to win. So, you got to first saturate your roller, of course. That's why the 3/8 inch nap plays a factor. And as you can kind of see, the thicker it gets, the shinier it is. Now, this particular polyaspartic is 100% solids. So, yes, I can do a flood coat with it, but doing that, it's a logo install, I don't want to. Okay, so I actually want the texture of the chip for this first coat. Then I'll put my logos down, teach you the tricks on that, and then I can do a flood coat over the top of that. So, right away, make sure you go nice and thin. Let the texture come through. You can always add more. It gets kind of tricky to take it away. Alright, Alright, so as you can see, with the polyaspartic, again, it's thin. So as you can see in the light, you're going to have an orange peel finish. Now I can build it up and bury the texture, which I'll do on my second coat. But since I'm doing an inlay or a logo, I want that logo to take on the texture of the chip. And I'll teach you guys how to do that here in a little bit. But with polyaspartics, work fast, mix small batches. So I'm going to do a separate video on the differences of a polyaspartic and an epoxy, when to use which one. But for now, you can see this is a polyaspartic, very, very even shine, orange peel texture all the way across the piece. So this is exactly what I'm looking for. Now, polyaspartics cure very, very fast. So today it's probably 60 degrees here. So within a couple hours, this is going to be 100% tack free. So when you do a logo, you need it to be tack free. You don't want it to reach full cure. Remember, everything's got a recoat window, so anything over 24 hours needs to be sanded. So I want to try to get what we call wet on wet. Wet coating, logo, wet on top of that. So I definitely want to get within my recoat window. So stay tuned. We're going to let this tack up, and then we will put the logos down. Alright, welcome back. It's been about an hour and a half. Table is very, very light tacky, but obviously you can see nothing sticks to it. So that is one of the huge benefits of a polyaspartic. Cures very fast, so we can keep moving on with multiple coats. So losing daylight today, but I got 6 different logos to kind of put out wherever I want. But I'm just going to do one real quick just to kind of show you guys how to do it. So one thing with the logo, I'll put the link in the description to the bottom of exactly the details on the logos themselves and what I like. But you'll need a vinyl logo, a squeegee or something flat to kind of push it out, and then of course a heat gun. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the logo off the back, stick it where we want to, leave the top, this Premask, on. You want to leave that on. And so then when we heat gun it, I put the squeegee down over the top of it, and that puts it so it keeps the same texture as the chip as we already have. So I'm just going to kind of throw one right here for right now, kind of do a quick tutorial on how to put it on, and then I'm going to throw the rest of them down real quick, and then we'll move on. Alright, this will be the last one for the night. So, just a simple logo. Again, it's got the Premask. So I'm actually going to take the blue backing off, put it down, squeegee it on to get some texture, and then I'll heat gun it, roll it in, and you're going to see when it's done that it's going to check on the chip of the texture of the chip, just like that one. So it actually looks like it's painted right onto the floor itself. Alright, so another pro tip, once your logo is down, always make sure you pull from the corner. So again, once your logo and you're done, this is a Premask. This is the top of it that's going to protect the layer. So always start from the corner and pull down very gently. Keep the Premask low. Don't pull up high. The lower you pull it, the slower you pull it, the less chance you have of actually removing the logo once you put it down. So now I'm going to fire up the heat gun, get my little 3-inch roller, roll it down. Because I can see right now, it doesn't really take on the texture of the chip. Once I heat it up, roll it out, it's game time. Please don't let me into my zone. Let me into my
my zone. Let me into my zone. Let me into my zone. Please don't let me in. Yeah. Go and play that. Take you down, I'ma say that. Might need me a couple dollars. Telling you now this payback. So I take that. Ask them now what say that. I've been going to the top and I got what they not, so I know that they hate that. But I'm on now. All these lanes gonna zone out. And all these lanes gonna tell you what I did, and they twist and they worse till I fall out. But I know that, so I keep what I'm doing cause I own that. And I stay in the lab and I kill everything, but I don't ever move, I'm a Kodak. So I'm gone, finally back in my home. I'm working like so much, they swear I had me a clone. Can't answer my phone now, just leave it there, that tone. Ballin' can't beat me up cause I'm back in my zone now. Cause I'm back in my zone now. Back in my zone now.
Alright, hard to tell in the dark light, but you can see how much more of the texture it's actually holding now. Okay, so zoom in, you can see it's perfectly flat, smooth, but it actually took on the texture of the chip. Therefore, it looks like it's going to be completely one with the floor. Alright, welcome back everybody. I decided to wait to the following day. We were running out of light yesterday, so bad filming, so I just wanted to wait till the next day. So, definitely well within our recoat window, okay? So recoat window was about 24 hours. It's only been about 16 or so. Of course, still cured. Still have my 2 that I done yesterday. But I want to put down another one here for you right there. Just kind of show you guys another close-up. I have, I think, 3 more to do. So I'll kind of do a quick tutorial or a quick time-lapse on each one of them. And then we're going to put some clear coat over the top of them, and then we're going to be done. So, again, just like this. Take the logo off, center it exactly kind of right where you want it, and then you can also make sure that you work from the inside out. Okay, so take your squeegee, start from the inside, and push out. This is why you use the Premask, so you're not actually ruining your label, because this is just garbage. So when you push your Premask down, that's when your logo is nice and stuck to the ground. And then again, you peel from the corner, just like that. So again, heat gun a little bit. I'm going to roll it in, move on to the next one.
Please don't let me into my zone. 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 Please don't let me in. Please don't let me into my zone. I just need some time on my own. All these people trying to get a conversation. You can conversate to that tone. My God up on that throne, yeah. So I'm never alone, yeah. All these people trying to box me in. I'm Mayweather, it's on, yeah. Now they ask where I'm at. Making hits that line back. I'm MJ, I'm 2-3, man. I just need some time back. I'm zoned in like defense. My life gone, no recess, but I live my best one, so I got no regrets. So I'm gone, finally back in my home. I'm working like so much, they swear I had me a clone. Can't answer my phone now, just leave it there, that tone. Ballin' can't beat me up, cause I'm back in my zone now. Cause I'm back in my zone now.
Then you kind of come down to these thinner, cheaper logos. You can see all the texture of the chip shows right through. So this is exactly what we're looking for. Okay, now these are just some cheap vinyl stickers I had left over from a different project. Now, the American flags that I put on, this was actually supposed to go on my truck. So definitely not made to be put on a floor or anything like that, but why not, right? So when you can see the perfect texture right through the graphic, that's exactly what we're looking for. So now that they're on, everything's good to go. We are going to put another layer of polyaspartic right over the top of this, and then it's done. So this layer is going to be a little bit thicker than the last. So first time, obviously we wanted this orange peel texture. Now I kind of want it a little bit smooth. So I'm going to go a little bit thicker than what we did before, bury all the logos, 100% UV stable, scratch resistant, and a heck of a lot more durable than any type of an epoxy. So stay tuned, watch me roll it on, and then I'll get back to the finished project in a little bit.
Let me into my zone. Please don't let me into my zone. 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 Please don't let me in. Yeah. Go and play that. Take you down, I'ma say that. Might need me a couple dollars. Telling you now this payback. So I take that. Ask them now what say that. I've been going to the top and I got what they not, so I know that they hate that. But I'm on now. All these lanes gonna zone out. And all these lanes gonna tell you what I did, and they twist and they worse till I fall out. But I know that, so I keep what I'm doing cause I own that. And I stay in the lab and I kill everything, but I don't ever move, I'm a Kodak. So I'm gone.
Alright, so here it is. Had to take a little break from filming because the gloss off of this is just so intense that you could not see anything. So everything turned out pretty good. You can see the logos definitely still have the texture, but it's a nice smooth layer over the top. One thing that we had a problem with is these American flags. These definitely were not made to have any type of resin or anything put on top of them. So they actually kind of separated. So what you can see is a little bit of separation bubbles and everything right there. For me, I don't really care. But if I was to do this, I would kind of wait for this to cure, sand it down a little bit, and then put another layer on top of it. But as you can see, perfect even gloss. 100% UV stability, tons of durability. So when this is actually going to end up in my basement, absolutely no problem for what I'm going to do with it. So I hope you guys learned about how to put a logo into epoxy, cover it with polyaspartic or epoxy, doesn't really matter. But hope you guys learned everything. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below, hit the thumbs up button, and let me know what next video you guys would like to see. I'm going to be covering full chip floors, whether it's polyurea, polyaspartic. I'm going to be doing the comparison between a polyaspartic, a polyurea, and an epoxy, a urethane, when to use which one, and the benefits of both. So stay tuned, hit the thumbs up button, and we'll see you next time.